Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Video Update. Alex Kurtzman have gone too far. Well, for a while ago, a couple of hours ago, I scroll on YouTube again, like I always does, every time. And I saw a picture on a link of in YouTube. I saw this Klingon from Star Trek Starfleet Academy that we're going to talk about today as well. Yeah. And this Klingon has makeup on, and he has look like that he is dressed in drag, you know. Well, is this the new twist that they read about? Yeah, I saw a picture also on Google about this Klingon, and it says that we're gonna have Klingons with a little new twist. So is that what you mean? That the Klingons are going in drag now? That Klingon doesn't wear makeup. The guys, and the guys that are Klingons don't wear drag, They don't. That the Klingons are hunters, yeah, and they are fighters. And sometimes they say, it's a good day to die. Yeah. And they say, let's die with honor. Honor is important to also the Klingons. And they don't wear drags and makeup. Well, if it's a female, the female side of the Klingons, they maybe wear some makeup, but not the guys. So what have you done with the Klingons? Yeah. You made Klingons look like a joke. Yeah. Well, I don't like it. No, I don't like the new design of the Klingon. You dressed up in drag. It looks like the guys that were drags. Yeah, they dressed up like women. They shaved their beard off, the mustache and everything, and they are soft in their faces, and they wear a wig, and they're putting women's clothing on and pretend to be women. Yeah, well, some guys do that, but put it in the Star Trek universe isn't good. The fans, the fans all around the world, they know this. They know the truth about the Klingons. So if you watch, Star Trek Enterprise with Captain Jonathan Archer and his crew, and you watch the original TV show with James T. Kirk, played by William Shatner, and you watch The Next Generation, you watch Deep Space Nine, and you watch Voyager, then you see that Klingons don't wear dresses and they don't do drag. Yeah. So, the creator of Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, he's mad. He's angry on you, Alex Kurtzman, for destroying his baby. Gene Roddenberry create Star Trek in the 60s. So he's the creator of Star Trek. And he's angry and mad on you, Alex Kurtzman. So you're gonna have problems into the future because Gene Roddenberry is coming for you, Alex Kurtzman. And he's gonna hunt you down and scare the crap out of you because you destroyed his baby. Yeah. You know that Star Trek is a curse. If you destroy the Star Trek universe, yeah, then you're gonna have problems with the creator. And the creator is Gene Roddenberry. Yeah. So, also you have yourself to blame, Alex Kurtzman. Putting a Klingon in a dress and dressed up as a drag queen? Huh, you go too far. Yeah, you have gone too far now. So you asked for it, Alex Kurtzman. Yeah. You know that Rick Berman and Brannon Braga that created Star Trek back in the day, The Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise. They knew how to create Star Trek because they worked with Gene Roddenberry when he was alive. Yeah. And also, Picard, Patrick Stewart, and the crew from Next Generation, they worked also with Gene Roddenberry back in the day before he died. So they know how to create Star Trek and lift it from the ground. But you, Alex Kurtzman, you don't know a shit. No. Putting a Klingon in a dress, dressed up as a drag queen? Huh. And that means that you are not an original fan of Star Trek. No. You are not a Trekkie, Alex Kurtzman. You're not a real Trekkie. You're not. There are many Trekkies out there that are a true Star Trek fan and have been a Star Trek fan for a long time, for many years, since the 60s. Yeah. And those Trekkies know the Star Trek universe from inside out. And they know what's wrong with Star Trek as the Academy. Yeah. You created also a female Jem'Hadar? Are you nuts? You know that Jem'Hadar and the Klingons are enemies? Yeah. Yeah, Alex Kurtzman. You are in deep, deep trouble. Yeah, just like Bart Simpson. Yeah, he thinks deep, deep trouble. Yeah, back in the day. In the 90s. Yeah, deep, deep trouble. So you, Alex Kurtzman, are in a deep, deep trouble. Because, Gene Roddenberry is not happy. No. So he's coming for you. So you better find a good hiding place. Yeah, because he's going to hunt you down and scare the crap out of you. And then it's going to stand in the social media. Oh, Alex Kurtzman is so scared that he locked himself in the house because he can't see people in the eye no more. Because he was scared to death by a ghost that looks like the creator of Star Trek. Yeah, you know, Gene Roddenberry. He's not happy that you destroyed his baby. So, Alex Kurtzman, what is inside your head? Do you have a brain? Or do you have cement in your head? Yeah. Well, I saw the picture on YouTube, on the link, and I thought, what? Putting a Klingon in a dress and turn him into a drag queen? Yeah. Well, Alex Kurtzman, you're not serious. No. You don't take Star Trek serious. No. Well, you think that, oh, let's create alternate parody of Star Trek and put everything in there. Yeah, you're wrong because you ruin it. So I got another question for you, Alex Kurtzman. Are you related to this female called the female Kathleen Kennedy by any chance? Yeah. Are you her lover, her sex toy, or boyfriend, or husband, or maybe brother? Because it seems like it. Because you know that Kathleen Kennedy destroyed Star Wars, and you destroyed Star Trek. So it seems like that you two are related. Yeah. Because you are the destroyer of TV shows and movies. Yeah. Well, in Star Wars, Episode 7, you see that Kylo Ren killed Han Solo. Yeah. He stabs him. He dies. And in Episode 8, you see that Kylo Ren goes banana, loco, crazy when he kills Luke Skywalker. Yeah. So, why? Why are you obsessed? Why are you desperate by ruin and destroying Star Trek? That has been around for 60 years now. Yeah, 6 decades. So, shame on you, Alex Kurtzman. Shame on you. Yeah. So, your future. Yeah, I can see your future now. Your future isn't good, Alex Kurtzman. You will have a ghost coming at your place very soon. And you know that Gene Roddenberry has just woke up from the dead and he's heading for your house. Yeah, and he can't wait to destroy you and scare the heck out of you because you destroyed his baby. Yeah. So your future have been set. Yeah. So you're gonna have a nightmare, Alex Kurtzman, a real nightmare. You know, Gene Roddenberry is back from the dead. Yeah. So in 2026, your life is turned upside down, Alex Kurtzman. And after when Gene Roddenberry have scared the crap out of you, yeah, you will not create Star Trek no more. Because then you have to go into a mental institution with mental problems. Yeah. Do you want that? Yeah. Because Gene Roddenberry is on his way. I have been Star Trek fan for a long time, since the 80s. Yeah. Late 80s, between 87 and 1990, between there, I watched Star Trek, the original TV show, on a German channel that we got back then. Yeah, I watched the original Star Trek, but not from the beginning, not season 1, and the first episodes or anything. No, I watched it inside the show. Yeah. So I don't know which season, if it was season 1 or 2 or 3 I watched. I don't know. But I watched some episodes of the original show in the late 80s. And in the 90s, I watched Next Generation, I watched Voyager, I watched Deep Space Nine. Yeah, for the first time. And then in 2000, beginning of late 90s and beginning of 2000, I watched Star Trek Voyager on a Swedish channel that we have. Yeah, still have on the TV. Yeah, they shown Star Trek Voyager on Sunday evening. Every Sunday evening, they're shown all the seasons from season 1 till season 7. And later on, they shown Star Trek Enterprise. Yeah, that was the last Star Trek they shown, the TV show they shown on Swedish TV. Yeah, and first time I watched Voyager was on also a German channel that we had in the 90s. I watched a couple of episodes and I didn't know what show it was. So I saw, Voyager, Star Trek Voyager. Good show. But I didn't know which season or, I was watching. No, I just watched it because it was on TV back then. And from that time, I got interested in Star Trek. And I wanted to buy Star Trek on VHS. So I bought Star Trek on VHS. Well, the first two Star Trek tapes, VHS tapes about, was Best of Both Worlds, part 1 and 2. Yeah, because I watched only part 1 on TV on a German channel. And it stands to be continued. Yeah. And I forgot to watch the second part. So I bought videotape, those 2 episodes. But the problem was that I didn't have a VHS player. I didn't. So I borrowed a VHS player from my sister because she got a VHS player. Or I bought I rented a VHS player at the store, but you only can have that for 24 hours, or you have to pay an extra, But a couple of years later, I found a VHS player in the garbage. Yeah, that someone throwing out, and there was something wrong with the picture. Yeah, and I turned the button that was behind the VHS player, and then the picture got fine. So I used that VHS player for a couple of years, and then when I got money, my own money, I bought a new VHS player, and I throw out the other player. Also, I borrowed a VHS player from my father, and later on he gave it to me. Oh, you can have this VHS player because I bought a new one. So, but I don't have that VHS player no more. And that was a long time ago, in the 90s, yeah. And, and also about Star Trek on VHS tapes first. Yeah. The Best of Both Worlds Part 1 and 2 was the first two tapes I bought. Later on I bought more, but I haven't completed Star Trek Next Generation on VHS tape yet. No, I got lots of episodes on VHS tapes that I need. And also the original TV show. Yeah, I got maybe two or three tapes of that show on VHS. So I got many tapes to go there. But, Star Trek Voyager, yeah. In the store in the 90s, you can buy 10 VHS tapes with Star Trek Voyager. And it cost almost 1,000 kroners in Norwegian money. Yeah. 10 tapes, 1,000 kroners. And I bought that every month, one time in every month. And then I got the complete, Star Trek Voyager complete on VHS. And I bought, Deep Space Nine. Well, season 5, season 5, 6, and 7 isn't complete. But season 1, 2, 3, and 4 is. Yeah. The 4 first seasons of Star Trek Deep Space Nine is complete. Yeah. Because some of the tapes were you couldn't get them because they were out of how they say it was out of print. So you couldn't get all the tapes. So then I decide, okay, they have it on DVD. So then I bought the DVD. Yeah. Back to Star Trek Academy. So, Alex Kurtzman, welcome to your nightmare. Because your nightmare has just been started. You destroyed Gene Roddenberry's baby. Yeah. Put a Klingon in a dress and made him a drag queen? Huh. You know that Klingons are warriors? Yeah, they are warriors, they are hunters and fighters. Yeah, not drag queens. No. They don't use makeup like the normal, you mean normal makeup? No, they don't. So also you are not a real Trekkie, Alex Kurtzman. Well, as I said in the last video, ask Rick Berman and Brannon Braga for some advice and ask them maybe they can help you create Star Trek, a TV show that is much better than the Academy. But you haven't asked them, have you? Or maybe they say no, we will not help you because you destroyed Star Trek. So we will not help. No, just stay away. Yeah, so you got yourself to blame. And you have lots of money invested in this show. Well, you don't have the money to pay the rent. No, at your place. So also one day, the Lord, the landlord, comes to your door. Alex Kurtzman, you owe the rent for 10 years now. You haven't paid the rent. So either you pay, or then if you're not, you're going to be thrown out on the street. So then you have to live on the street. Because you don't have any money. You don't get any money. You know why? Because the fans have spoken. Have you seen all the videos on YouTube lately about Star Trek Starfleet Academy? Yeah, there's lots of episodes there, lots of videos of the fans. So, as I said in other early videos, the people have spoken. Yeah. So they don't want a second season of Star Trek Academy. No, they don't. They don't want the third, the fourth, the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, and 10, and seasons with Star Trek Academy. No, they don't. So give it up, Alex Kurtzman. You had your fun, but now it's over. And well, it's time for you, Alex Kurtzman, to grow up. Yeah, because you're not an adult. No, you're just a little child. Yeah, that likes to ruin everything. Movies, TV shows, everything. So you're not an adult. No. And well, also I saw that on this on one of the link that is then lesbians, gay people, and transgenders. Well, I'm not against them. No. So no offense there. No. But I am against you, Alex Kurtzman, and the writers and the producers, directors, and the people that created this shit hole. Yeah. So dig a hole. Yeah, and put this crap to rest in the hole. Yeah. You dig a huge hole and you put Star Trek Academy inside the hole and you close the hole. Because no one is interested. No one cares about this, what can we call it? Drag show? Yeah. You put a Klingon in a dress and dressed up as a drag queen. You destroyed the Klingons. You also destroyed the Jem'Hadar. Yeah, put Jem'Hadar and a Klingon in the same woman. Also, half Klingon, half Jemadar. Yeah. So, well, I don't want to be in your shoes when Gene Roddenberry gets you, Alex Kurtzman. I don't want to be in your shoes. No. Because you are finished. Because when Gene Roddenberry is finished with you, you will be so scared that you don't want to create any Star Trek episodes or movies anymore. And also, you're going to be scared to look the fans in the eye. Yeah. And then you have to lock yourself in a mental institution with mental problems. So, do you want that, Alex Kurtzman? It seems like you does. Yeah. Put. Oh, well, I have to get rid of the picture of the drag queen, the Klingon. I have to take it out of my head. Oof. Yeah. So that's why I asked, are you related to Kathleen Kennedy by any chance? Yeah. So, well, on YouTube or other platforms, there are lots of videos. Yeah. Fans everywhere that like Star Trek. They love Star Trek, love the shows. But then a new director, as you, Alex Kurtzman, comes along that don't know the history of Star Trek. You don't know the plot. No. You don't know the story about Star Trek and the characters that are in the Star Trek universe. Yeah, because you don't know the Klingons. No, you don't. And you don't know the Jemadar. No, you don't know the story or the history about them. No, you don't. And well, and I have another question for you. Did you, Alex Kurtzman, create Star Trek Discovery by any chance? Yeah. You see Klingons in there? They look like frogs. Rabbit. So, also, how much money are you gonna lose, Alex Kurtzman? How much money? Because on your next paycheck, it's gonna stand 0, 0, 0, 0, and that means you are broke. So how do you gonna pay your bills and your rent, your electricity bills, and the other bills you have to pay? How do you gonna get the money to pay all of those when you're broke? Because you got yourself to blame for this.